princesses had all been dancing. The soles of their shoes were full of holes. The same thing happened the second and third nights that the king ordered his head to be cut off. After him came several others, but they had all the same luck, and all lost their lives in the same manner. Now it chanced that an old soldier had been wounded and battle, and could find no long pass through the country where this king reigned. And as he was travelling through a wood, he met an old woman who asked him where he was going. "I hardly know where I'm going or what I had better do," said the soldier, "but I think I should like very well to find out where it is that the princesses dance, and then in time I might be a king." "Well," said the old lady, "that is no very hard task. Only take care not to drink any of the wine which one of the princesses will bring to you in the evening, and as soon as she leaves you pretend to be fast asleep." Then she gave him a cloak and said, "As soon as you put that on, you will become invisible, and you will be then able to follow the princesses wherever they go." When the soldier had all this good counsel, he determined to try his luck. So he went to the king and said he was willing to undertake the task. He was as well received as the others had been, and the king ordered fine royal robes to be given him. And when the evening came, he was led to the octagon. Just as he was going to land down, the eldest of the princesses brought him a cup of wine. But the soldier threw it all away secretly, taking care not to drink a drop. Then he laid himself down on his bed and in a little began to snore very loud, as if he was fast asleep. When the 12 princesses heard this, they laughed heartily. And the eldest, "This fellow too might have done a wiser thing than lose his life in this way." Then they rose up and opened their drawers and boxes and took out all their fine clothes, and dressed themselves at the glass and skipped about, as if they were eager to begin dancing. But the youngest said, "I don't know how it is. While you are so happy, I feel very uneasy. I'm sure some mischance will befall us." "You simpleton," said the eldest. "They are always afraid. Have you forgotten how many kings' sons have already watched us in vain? And as for this soldier, even if I had not given him a sleeping draught, he would have slept soundly enough." When they were all ready, they went and looked at the soldier, but he snored on, but did not stir around of it. So they thought they were quite safe, and the eldest went up to her own bed and clapped her hands, and the bed sank into the floor and a trapdoor flew open. The soldier saw them going down through the trapdoor, one after another, the eldest leading the way, and thinking he had no time to lose, he jumped up, put the cloak which the old woman had given him, and followed. soldier said the eldest, "It is nothing but a nail in the wall." Then down they all went, and at the bottom they found themselves in a most delightful grove of trees, and the leaves were all of silver and glittered and sparkled beautifully. The soldier wished to take away some token at the place, so he broke off a little branch, and there came a loud noise from the tree. Then the youngest daughter said again, "I'm sure all is not right. Did not you hear that noise? That never happened before." But the eldest said, "It's only our princess who are shouting for joy at our approach." Then they came to another grove of trees where all the leaves were of gold, and afterwards to a third where the leaves were all glittering diamonds. And the soldier broke a branch from each, and every time there was a loud noise, which made the younger sister tremble with fear. But the eldest still said it was only the princess who were crying for joy. So they went on till they came to a great lake, and at the side of the lake there lay 12 little boats with 12 handsome princes, and they were seemed to be waiting there for the princesses. One of the princesses went into each boat, and the soldiers stepped into the same boat with the youngest. As they were rowing out of the lake, the princess was in the boat with the youngest princess, and the soldiers said, "I do not know why it is, but though I'm rowing with all my might, we do not get on so fast as usual, and I am quite tired. The boat seems very heavy today." "It is only the heat of the weather," said the princess. "I feel it very warm too." On the other side of the lake stood a fine illuminated castle, from which came the merry music of horns and trumpets. There they all landed and went into the castle, and each prince danced with his princess, and the soldier, who was all the time invisible, danced with them too. And when any of the princesses had a cup of wine set by her, they drank it all up, so that when she put the cup to her mouth, it was empty. At this too the youngest sister was terribly frightened, but the eldest always silenced her. They danced all till 3 o'clock in the morning, and then all their shoes were worn out, so that they were obliged to leave them off. The princess rowed them back again out of the lake, but this time the soldier placed himself in the boat with the eldest princess, and on the opposite shore they took leave of each other, the princesses promising to come again the next night. When they came to the stairs, the soldier ran before the princesses and laid himself down, and as the 12 sisters slowly came up very much tired, they had him snoring in his bed, so they said, "Now all is quite safe." Then they undressed themselves, put away their fine clothes, pulled off their shoes, and went to bed. In the morning the soldier said nothing about what happened, but determined to see more of his strange adventure, and went again the second